Five.
In
Action.
action.
Action!
여러분 반갑습니다. I'm Kwon-sowa and this is K-Culture Dive. Join us in taking a deep dive into the heart of Korean culture, from K-entertainment to AI news, K-culture and photos. And for our K-Correspondent segment today, we go over to Berlin for a Korean comic lounge experience. And with that, let's dive in. Joining us on today's show is Bella Kim. Hello, Bella.
Hi, Soa. And hello to our K-Culture Dive viewers. I'm Bella Kim, filling in for Walter Lee today, here to co-host and fill you all in with some exciting K-entertainment news.
Let's kick off with some exciting BTS news,
Yes.
Bella. So they received a special award from El Paso County in Texas, I heard.
That's right. So the El Paso County Commissioners Court officially presented BTS with the Estimado Amigo Award this past Monday. They also declared May 2nd and 3rd the dates of BTS's upcoming concerts as El Paso BTS Weekend. Estimado Amigo Award is a special recognition presented by El Paso County to individuals or groups who make significant contributions to the local community's culture, tourism, and public spirit. County officials praised BTS for boosting local tourism, enhancing the city's global image, and bringing pride to the community through their visit. According to El Paso tourism officials, BTS's two-night concert is expected to generate around $75 million in economic impact through hotels, transportation, dining, and tourism spending. BTS are currently on their BTS World Tour Arirang, their first large-scale world tour in nearly 4 years. The tour includes 85 shows across 34 cities, marking the largest single tour ever by a Korean artist.
And Bella, it seems like these days, whenever we talk about BTS's concerts, we also have to talk about their achievements on the music chart.
Right.
So what do you have.
Yes. Well, yesterday I reported on the latest BTS album doing great on the Billboard 200. This time it's in France. The group's fifth full-length album, Arirang, has received platinum certification in France from the National Syndicate of Phonographic Publishing, marking it the group's fourth platinum certified album in the country. This certificate is awarded for reaching the equivalent of 100,000 sales through physical albums, downloads, and streaming. Arirang earned gold certification just 6 days after its release and platinum only about a month later.
And let's shift over to a girl group that's also doing amazing globally.
Right. It's Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye are entering full-scale promotions here in Korea. The group kicked off promotions in Korea with a fan signing event last weekend, and they are also set to appear on local music shows to connect with Korean fans. Cat's Eye are seeing tremendous love on major global music charts with their latest single, Pinky Up. First on the UK's official singles Top 100 chart, Pinky Up ranked number 24 for the week of April 24th to 30th. And with this, Touch, which is a title track from their debut EP, also entered the chart at number 88 this week, about a year and 9 months after its release. And this delayed rise is being attributed to recent live performances and growing words of mouth. In particular, Cat's Eye gained a wide recognition following their performance at the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival earlier this month. The group is also performing strongly on Spotify. Pinky Up ranked number 44 on the weekly Top Songs global chart and number 34 on the weekly Top Songs USA chart. Their previous release, Gabriella, placed number 101 on the global chart, extending its run for 44 consecutive weeks.
Cat's Eye conquering the global music charts. And last but not least, we're going to talk about one of Korea's major film festivals.
Right, so we're talking about the 27th Jeonju International Film Festival. It officially begins today, Wednesday, launching a 10-day celebration of cinema. It opened under the slogan, "We always cross the line."
I like that title, "We always cross the line." But Bella, we did talk about this festival with Professor So last time when he was on the program. But for those of our viewers who might not be familiar with the festival, could you tell us more about it and also what's happening on day one?
For sure. So the festival's first official event is the red carpet ceremony, set to take place at 6:30 p.m. at the Korea Sori Arts Center. Actors Shin Han-jun and Go Won-hee will host the opening ceremony. During the event, a Special Achievement Award will be presented to the legendary late actor An Sung-gi, honoring his lifelong contributions to Korean cinema. Following the opening ceremony, this year's opening film, Late Fame, by director Kent Johns, will be screened. The festival will feature about 240 films from 54 countries, and screenings will take place throughout the city. There will also be some special programs, including the special focus New York Underground, highlighting experimental artists in New York from the 1960s and 70s.
I hope that many people will be able to visit the festival in person and encounter all of these great movies from around the world.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Bella, for those updates.
Yes, I'll stick around.
And now it's time to go over to our AI anchor Arang for more on the culture front. Arang.
Thanks, Swa. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. More than 7 in 10 overseas travelers who have visited or plan to visit South Korea pick Korean culture as a key motivation for their trip. According to a recent survey by Airbnb, 75% of respondents named K-culture as a primary reason for visiting Korea, while 94% said it sparked their interest in traveling to the country. The survey also showed that K-culture-driven travelers spend an average of $435 more per person than general tourists, underscoring their economic impact. It polled 4,500 travelers from 9 countries, including the United States, Malaysia, and Singapore. A special nighttime program will offer visitors a chance to experience the illuminated beauty of Gyeongbokgung Palace, steeped in the history of the Joseon Dynasty. The night tours will run from May 13th to June 14th, from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Visitors can explore major gates and halls, including Hungyemun Gate and Kunjeongjeon Hall, along with Gotaejeon Hall and nearby gardens, once reserved for Joseon queens, all set against the backdrop of softly lit spring night skies. Special events, including traditional court music and dance performances, will also be staged. Tickets go on sale next Monday on Interpark Ticket. Foreign visitors can also purchase tickets on site at the Gwanghwamun ticket office on the day of their visit. The Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism ranked first among ministerial-level agencies in the government evaluation of youth policy performance. The ministry was credited with implementing programs that offer practical support for young people's daily lives and career paths, while improving policy effectiveness through active communication with youth. Last year, the ministry expanded cultural access for young people through the Youth Culture Pass program and supported young emerging artists in building their careers in the arts sector. It also incorporated youth feedback through close engagement, turning suggestions into concrete policies. This year, the ministry plans to inject 238 billion won, or more than $161 million to carry out some 40 youth policy initiatives. That's all from me. Turning now to a quick look at more K-culture stories making headlines today.
Through a single photo at a time, we take a closer look at culture in Korea. This is K-Culture in Photos. Let's start with today's keyword, bibimbap. A simple word, but a beautiful idea. It literally means mixed rice, bringing different ingredients together into one balanced dish. This photo was taken in Hanoi, where First Lady Kim Hae-kyung joined actor Jung Mi-ru to make bibimbap at a Korean culture event. More than just cooking, they were sharing a message of harmony between Korea and Vietnam. And when it was ready, people eagerly reached out to try it, a small moment that shows the global love for K-food. From the classic Jeonju bibimbap to seasonal variations like spring cabbage bibimbap, the types of bibimbap can vary depending on the region, the season, or each household taste. You can even find bibimbap at convenience stores for a quick, satisfying meal on a busy day. Whether it's shared at a global event or enjoyed in everyday life, bibimbap helps people mix together. Now, here's an interesting trend in Korea. Young people are starting to share their meals in a very practical way. Take a look at this. These people ordered some very spicy tteokbokki or yeopdeok and sides together, but instead of eating it on the spot, they are dividing it into separate containers. They actually met through a local community app, basically to split the cost and the food. And those posts are becoming more common online, with people actively looking for others to share meals with. It's all about saving money, especially as food prices continue to rise. And it doesn't stop with takeout food. People are now sharing bulk groceries from warehouse stores or even cooking meals together and dividing them up. So this isn't just about food. It reflects a growing lifestyle among young Koreans, being practical, efficient, and finding smart ways to live well. Now, here's a snack with quite a story. Take a look at this. This was found inside a lost hiker's bag in Vietnam, and believe it or not, it helped him survive. A university student was stranded on a mountain for over 37 hours, and he managed to hold on by rationing this a choco pie. The story quickly spread, turning this simple snack into what many call the survival item. But in Vietnam, this snack already holds a special meaning. It's often placed on ancestral altars and even given as a gift at weddings. From supermarkets to traditional shops, the treat has become part of everyday life across generations.
And its popularity doesn't stop there. In Russia, it's now a best-selling snack with localized flavors. So what started as a simple treat has grown into something much bigger, a snack that travels across cultures and sometimes even helps people survive. And finally, here's how history is coming to life for children in Korea. Take a look at this. These kids aren't just learning about history, they're stepping right into it. From royal court ceremonies to traditional scholar experiences and palace festivals, they get to see, wear, and feel what the past was like. And it goes beyond just watching. Children can try activities like archery or even be welcomed by playful royal guards. It turns history into something fun and engaging. And right now, many of these festivals are taking place at historical sites across Korea. With performances like traditional music, lion dances, and reenactments of kings and queens, they offer a unique chance to experience history up close. Because sometimes the best way to understand the past is to experience it for yourself. Korea's culture continues to evolve in everyday life through the way people eat, connect, share, and learn.
Korean comics and webtoons are now going beyond storytelling and illustration to become a key pillar of K-content, inspiring K-dramas and films, reaching audiences around the world. Against this backdrop, a unique manhwabang, or it would translate into Korean comic lounge, event is taking place in Berlin right now. We connect with Moon Sun-hye, project manager at the Korean Cultural Center in Germany, to learn more. Hello, Sun-hye.
Hi, Sunny.
Hi, I'm Sana in Berlin.
Okay, hello, Sun-hye. I didn't know you're going to be joined by Tulli and also the protagonist of Itaewon Class, I think, behind you. But it's very great to have you on the show. And I see it reads Manhwabang, Koreanische Comic Lounge behind you as well. So Manhwabang, there is not really a word for that in English, I guess. You would translate it into comic lounge. But what we think of Manhwabang is a place where you read and enjoy comics here in Korea. But could you please explain what this Manhwabang event is about happening in Berlin?
Yeah, Manabang is such a Korean name. And this event was created in collaboration with Comic Invasion Berlin, one of Berlin's major comic festivals. This year, Korea was selected as the guest country. So many of Korean artists or Webtoon-related organizations, they came to Berlin for this festival. As the Korean Cultural Center here in Berlin, in Germany, we wanted to take part in this meaningful occasion. However, rather than simply participating, we focused on how to present something unique Korean. So that's why we presented the Manhwabang, the comic rounds in Berlin.
Wow, sounds like a very interesting event. So could you please walk us through the programs featured at the event?
Oh, the program is structured into three main parts: exhibition, experience, and talks. First, we recreated a Manhwabang space inside our culture center. So visitors can freely browse and read Korean comics and webtoon publications, just like in a traditional comic Manhwabang in Korea. We also collaborated with Comic Invasion Berlin to present an introduction to the history of Korean comics, along with documentary screenings that provide additional context. Finally, we organized artist talks with major figures representing Korean comics and webtoons. We invited Kim Soo-jung, the creator of the iconic character Dooley, and Jo Kwang-jin, the author of the worldwide K-series Itaewon Class, to meet German audience. This allowed us to showcase both the past and present of Korean comics.
So, an immersive space recreating a traditional Korean manhwabang has been installed, as you said, Sonye, at the pop-up event. But how have local visitors responded to this experience? And are there maybe any similar spaces in Germany, perhaps? Because when I was in Germany, I didn't see anything that's similar to a manhwabang.
Oh, yeah. Firstly, I have to explain, in our Manhwabang, we also prepared a small snack. for our visitors, like the real Korean manabang, including the 컵라면 or typical Korean convenience store food. So visitors can get a snack with reading Korean comics, and they can talk with their friends about the comics as well at the place. But those things, those all activities, they feel very new for German audience because just I can explain that because in Germany there is no similar place like Manabang. They cannot imagine reading books and talking at the same place and eating. It is very hard to imagine or thinking. So many of our visitors, they are talking to us, oh, this is very refreshing and refreshing, just very interesting and very new.
Yes,
So
definitely.
it's creating a whole new culture, maybe, and not just
Right.
having this this fresh new space, but actually eating while you enjoy those comic books. So it could be a new wave there as well.
Right, definitely. And I'm sure local people living there will definitely enjoy this manhabang there because there's nothing similar like manhabang there. So as you've mentioned, there were talks with artists, renowned artists who participated in the event. So how did the local audiences respond to meeting these renowned Korean webtoon artists in person? And were there any particular memorable moments?
Yeah, both talks with Cho Kwang-jin and Kim Soo-jung clearly showed how excited the audience was, but in different ways. For Eternal Class with Cho Kwang-jin, author Cho Kwang-jin, many K-drama fans attended, and their engagement was really impressive. Some fans brought their own books or even posters they had printed themselves. One fan, she gave us very memorable moment at the time. So she prepared a question in Korean just to speak directly with the authors too. And the atmosphere around Duli was much more playful and nostalgic. Regardless of the age or nationality, the audience seemed to reconnected with a sense of childlike joy. One visitor, she told us that she had bought Duli socks when she was traveling in Seoul years ago without knowing the character. But now, finally, years later, she got to learn who Duli is.
Very touching moments there, Sonne. And it's really great to see that there are already such established fans of K-webtoons and K-comics. But how would you describe the popularity of K-webtoons in Germany or actually across Europe? And what would you say are some characteristics of the local readership?
Yeah, definitely. Webtoons are clearly gaining strong momentum in Germany and across Europe. Many publishers are actively translating and releasing Korean works, and the terms like manhwa and webtoon are now being used as official categories. Traditionally or commonly, the Japanese word manga has dominated the Asian comics market in Germany. However, we are now seeing a clear shift towards bigger and greater recognition of Korean formats. As this interest grows, we also see a clear pattern in local readers' preferences. German audience tends to be particularly drawn to fantasy and thriller genres in Korean webtoons. Major titles like Solo Leveling, 나 혼자만 Level Up, and Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, 전지적 독자 시점, are leading these trends. And furthermore, the works such as Sweet Home and All of Us Are Dead, 지금 우리 학교는, have further expanded their popularity through successful K-drama adaptations in Netflix like this.
Wow, definitely great to see such a great popularity of K-webtoon in Europe and
Right.
also in Germany, right?
Yeah, and come to think of it, there are so many titles that we introduced in K-Enter as well
Right.
as those K-dramas and films, but sometimes we don't even know that they used to be K-webtoon based or K-comic based. So
Right.
it's really great how these foreigners, overseas fans can, first watch the films and dramas and then step into the world of K-comics.
I know, definitely. And now we want to talk about the history of the Korean comic book as well. So what aspects of Korean comic history do you think global viewers would find the most interesting or noteworthy?
One of the most powerful aspects of Korean comics is the journey they have gone through to reach their current global status. In Korea, reading comics used to be seen a bit negatively even until the late 90s. During the talks with Kim Soo-jung, the author, Mr. Kim, asked the German audience about the status of comics in their own society today. Some local comic artists, the German artists, were there, and they responded that the industry still feels challenging and so difficult. And the author, Mr. Kim, he responded was simple but very powerful. We were the same. This movement resonated strongly with the audience as many had assumed and they were imagining that Korean comics had always been widely accepted and loved. The transformation from social stigma to a leading culture industry and from print to digital innovation is a dramatic and inspiring story like K-drama. So this is the most powerful aspect of Korean comic history.
And I also feel like for people who actually want to learn the Korean language, who grow their interest into the Korean language, that comics could be a great way to start off, actually,
Definitely.
because it's difficult to read long, thick books, but comics could be a way to start with that as well. And now, finally, before we let you go, Sonne, we would like to ask you if you have any other events or programs in Germany that you would like to share with us that are coming up maybe later this year.
Yeah, the Korean Culture Center Germany will continue to host a variety of Korean culture events in the second half of the year. First, we will present the K-Indie On, a music festival that showcases the unique appeal of Korean indie music. And we are also preparing a large autumn festival that combines color and culture to present a wide range of Korean culture content. The festival is titled Hello Korea, Colorful and Close. It is a project that represents different colors through Korean culture, introducing everything from traditional heritage, such as fermentation culture, to contemporary expressions like media art. We would truly appreciate your interest and support.
All right. Well, the Indie Music Festival sounds very interesting. I'm very looking forward to that lineup. So keep us updated with those events, Sonne. Keep in touch. And thank you for connecting with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Bella. As always, we're going to have you back here tomorrow.
Yes, I'll see you back tomorrow.
Thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-culture. Please tune in again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Korea time. Keep diving.